What's going on, fellas? It's another Boogie. Y'all know the rest. Hey, I want to salute y'all for subscribing to my channel. And I also want to thank y'all for liking my videos. And shout out to the Dime Game Division. All right, let's rock and roll, man. You know, the question is, can a man seduce a woman that is not physically attracted to that man? You know, and if you ask me, the answer is no. You know, everything starts at the point of origin between a man and a woman, and that's the physical attraction. Now, I know it's a lot of people out there that says, well, I see a lot of couples out here, and it doesn't really seem like they that much physically attracted to each other, or one person is attracted more than the other. That very well could be the case. And the reality is, you're not with these couples 24 hours a day. You know, meaning you don't know what happens when they get into the bedroom, man. You know, they could just lay there. You know, they may never have an affectionate moment. They may never have a lustful moment between one another. You know, they may be one step above just being platonic friends. You know, they just may have an understanding. But in a lot of cases like that, there's an emotional attachment, you know, and we don't talk about this enough online for obvious reasons. But usually, if you see like an average or below average looking man with a really, really beautiful woman, you know, it could be money involved. You know, could be something about the guy that she like. But usually there's an emotional attachment, man. You know, that's usually what I picked up on. Like, y'all know how y'all hear some couples say, yeah, we've been friends for years. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. They could have been through a traumatic experience with each other. It's like when I was in Iraq, man. A lot of soldiers was coming back getting married with one another because they spent a year with each other in a very stressful place. You know, they had traumatic experiences with one another, and it increased their bond. You know, in a lot of situations, these same people ended up being divorced, but in that short amount of time, I mean, they were stuck to each other. You know, so you got that. But yeah, a man can woo a woman over time. You know what I mean? He presented his best self, you know, and she got attached to that, you know. And the thing is about an emotional attachment, it has to be a lot of trust there, you know, loyalty, vulnerability. And the reality is, people can't display that with everyone. You know, that's a very dangerous thing to do in this current society. You know, because a lot of people are going to take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, flat out. Flat out, you know. Matter of fact, I'll go a step further to say, you know, a lot of times when we meet people, between men and women, the first thing we do is scanning people for their weaknesses. Okay, how can we penetrate their defenses to get what they want? Right? And, you know, it's a large part of the dating scene out here, man. That's a major component. It's a major component, man. You know, that's why a man being thirsty, you know, that's a dangerous thing. And men tend to usually get themselves in trouble at the height of his thirst. You dig? That's why it's imperative that a man controls his lust. If a man is controlled by lust, he is dust. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to use that more often. If a man is controlled by lust, he is dust. I am telling you, man. You know, because women gonna play on that. Women can spot a thirsty man a mile away. You dig what I'm saying? But again, you know, back to seducing a woman, you know, look, man, it's different levels to attraction. You know, you got the definite attraction between a man and a woman, where a woman just sees a man like, boom, he can get it. And then you got the men that reach that threshold, you know what I mean? Everybody has a threshold of looks that we work off of. You know, they don't have to be a supermodel, but, you know, they can't be ugly, you know, in their eyes, right? You know, so people got to meet that threshold. And then you got people that may just turn you off, you know. So it's just different levels to attraction as well, you know, and that's where the nuance comes in. You dig what I'm saying? So if a man meets that threshold of looks, you know, whereas the woman just ain't turned off, you know, he can still work his seduction game. He can still do certain things. He got a little wiggle room, you know, not as much room as the definite attraction. I will say that, but it is what it is. You know, you work with what you got. You know, you work with what you got. And over time, you display your unique gifts. What makes you unique than the rest of the guys? And boom, now you got a stronger bond, a stronger attachment to that particular woman. You know, it's nothing wrong with that, man. You know, you think people that been together for over 10 years don't have a strong emotional attachment? You know, come on, man. It's what holds them together. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Straight up. And one of the reasons we don't talk about emotional attachments a lot, I think I'm going to close with this. You know, obviously, online, it's a lot of simp talk. And, you know, you can't talk about this or talk about that. You'll be a simp. You know, I mean, that's children talking right there, man. You know, that's children talking right there. You know, men get emotional attachments to women all the time. And women get emotional attachments to men all the time. And to take it a step further, you got to be careful even sleeping around with a lot of women, because you're not always going to lay down with a woman and get up without feelings attached. It happens all the time. You know, it's a lot more women out here that got to tell some guys to fall back after they slept with one another than a lot of men telling women to fall back. Straight up. You know, if you really just want me to say it. It's a lot of men that get attached to women after they been in the bedroom with each other than women getting attached to men. You know, and that's just really what I see. So no need to come at me with the simp talk. You know, I've been out here. I mean, it has happened to me before. You know, just sleeping around with a woman, and then we did it enough. The connection was strong. You know, everything was good. And then one day you sleeping with her, and it's not the same no more. You're not just up and leaving when you're done. You know, you're not going outside and talking on your phone when you're done. You might stay and cuddle for a minute. You know what I mean? She may lay on your chest for a minute. You know, it happens, man. That's just the human condition. You know, it's just the human condition, man. You spend enough time with anybody, an emotional attachment will come sooner or later. Shout out to the Dime Game Division. Peace.